All right, just a few more things here too is that I have one of these handy dandy jobs, and there are some grease locations for winterizing. I do it in the winter, or I do it before the spring. You can do it you can do it in the spring, or whenever you pull your boat out of the water. I normally do this, but you just give it a few pops, and what it's doing, you notice this runs up and down this shaft, and as soon as you start seeing water or liquid pop out of this job right here, you're doing your job. And I don't let this just get all gobby with shit. You look at some people's motors, you know, if you've got a rag, just wipe it, you know, that way you don't have a big gob of grease there, and it kind of keeps it from collecting a bunch of extra shit. Okay, there's that. And then there's also two grease zerks right there's one, and then on the other side of the motor over here, there's one that's covered up with a bunch of shit, but you want to hit this one a few times too. I just keep popping until I can hear something coming through, and then, oh, there it is, there's the spot right there. 1, 2, 3. That one's coming through faster. I saw it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's that. Also, anodes. You want to double check these right here. Make sure they're not getting covered up with anything like barnacles or stuff. Those you want to make sure you keep an eye on, because they start to pit. Once they start to pit, take them off and get new ones. They sell them. Yamaha sells them for this motor. All right, what else we got? So the next thing is, this is the grease pump, the oil, actually it's the gear lube pump. I stick this in here, and you'll see me do it once it's almost done draining out, but that just takes for a long time because that stuff is thick. While we're looking at the motor, I'll show you something else too. They call this right here, this is a trim tab. So if your steering wheel, if you let go of it and the motor doesn't go straight, just get this thing up in the air and just whack it with a mallet or just a light hammer tap, and it adjusts the straightness of your steering. The other thing is that that's something that these are the bolts right here on this side and on this side. If you want to replace the impeller, you can look that up online. But this pops off here, and this trim tab drops out. So, you know, if something happens to your trim tab, which it never has, but if it does, you can take this, pop this cap off, and there's a bolt that goes straight down, and this thing connects to it right there. Prop, there's the prop cotter pin, all that shit. All right, so we're gonna get ready to put some gear oil in this thing. I'll have Heidi kind of hang on to it now.